UFC 308 is going down this weekend in the Octagon, and you are not going to want to miss it. You can make Fight Night even more exciting by getting in on the action with my partners, DraftKings. Right now, all new customers who bet $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Sign up using my code Sonnen. DraftKings, the crown is yours. You can also stay in on the NFL action and use your $200 in bonus bets to bet anytime touchdowns on DraftKings. DraftKings is the place to bet touchdowns. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, download the app. Use my promo code SONNEN. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SONNEN. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Robert Whittaker's approach to a fight, 99.9% of the time. In fact, every fight he's ever had, aside from Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis was a classic moment where there wasn't a lot on it for Whittaker. If he wins the fight, he draws back into Izzy, who he's already fought more times than he should be allowed to even get a rematch, and he knows that. And he's not overly interested in getting there with Izzy. And if you go and listen to Robert Whittaker's interviews, you could probably just ask Robert Whittaker yourself. He's a very honest guy. He didn't want to fight Izzy. And that doesn't mean he wanted to fight him. That doesn't even mean that he wanted to beat him. But he didn't want to fight him. You know, I've pled with you guys, hey, get Charles Oliveira off this ride with Islam. He just didn't want to fight him. He had that experience. It was enough. That wasn't the guy that he wanted to fight. Now, he still wants to be champion, but there's ways to do it. It's a bracket. There's a ranking system. There's politics. There's matchup issues. Get the son of a bitch beat. You know how many 35-pounders were happy that Sean O'Malley went down because they wanted to be champion, but they knew that I can't deal with him now. Well, now I don't have to deal with him. It's just one of those things. Max, for example, to use a real recent example, is possibly going to prosper from that very thing. He's got a guy in the bracket in Volkanovski. It's not a maybe. We don't have to wonder. We know for sure when they fight who is better at squabbling. We know that for sure. That doesn't mean Max doesn't want to be champion. It also doesn't mean there aren't ways where Max can become the champion. You just got to get that guy beat. So Robert Whittaker, when he went in there with Dricus du Plessis, was in a spot he didn't overly want to be in. And by the way, the incentive wasn't really something he wanted. Then he found out at the exact same moment that we all found out, Dricus du Plessis is a lot better than we knew that he was. Robert Whittaker found that out in that moment. I'm just sharing with you, there's things that will make you as a fighter check out. There just are. And that checkout time that some people call quitter, he doesn't have heart. Hey guys, listen, here's the secret. It lasts that long. You will check out and come back. Henry Cejudo, one of the great secrets about him is he can check out in a fight and come back. Other guys can't do that. When they check out, that fight is over. They, in that quick, will find themselves in a position that now is a physicality problem. It's no longer mental. They mentally will find themselves into a physical detriment. One of the superpowers of Kamaru Usman, and it's really those two guys, Henry and Kamaru, you will watch them fight and they can reset during the match. Kamaru Usman, in his fight with Gilbert Burns, experienced a I quit moment where Kamaru Usman quit. He was done. He left it all. He left the money, left the legacy, and he handed his belt to Gilbert Burns. And guys, it was like that. He changed his mind and he came back. And I'm just sharing for you, like, Robert Whittaker is a very, very interesting place because Robert does respect Dricus. That's true. He's not afraid of Dricus. He had things with Izzy that made him afraid. And I know that from Whittaker. Whittaker spoke about that. I don't mean to me privately. He said something very publicly, but he talked about the speed. That first fight with Adesanya, he couldn't see him. Adesanya was taking angles and throwing and then coming back this way. And all Robert knew was he was taking this power. Whoa. Unraveled him real fast. And again, you've only got that long and it's over. But he doesn't have that with Dricus. It was just a simple case of when we all found out that Dricus is a killer, so did Whittaker. But I believe that Whittaker believes that Strickland's going to beat him. Now, it's relevant. I know there's a lot of things on that, but Robert Whittaker did not take this fight in a co-main event spot. This is the biggest lock to be in the Hall of Fame in the UFC. More than Topuria, more than Max. I realize that would be pretty close, but it's more. He's taken on the guy who has more hype and more media than anybody not named Ronda Rousey or Conor McGregor. And he's doing it in a co-main event spot for 5 rounds for the goddamn pleasure of it. Because he knows it will draw him into a title fight. And that's how bad he wants that title fight. But he also knows that he can get that belt. And it's not solely picked and focused on it has to be Dricus. Even if it turns into Dricus, there's enough of it could be Sean to get you through some of those moments. This was a major obstacle that O'Malley was up against. In 2 fights, O'Malley had a fight with the next guy in the front row. He gets no say in the matter. He gets no promotion in the matter. He doesn't even get to go to you guys and align the troops. Like, he could do better than most anybody. The guy's sitting right there, so now he's got to fight 2 guys at once. It's a hard thing to do. And it might sound simple, guys, and I'm not telling you it's a massive problem. I'm telling you it's this big of a problem. But you're playing a game of inches. Why should O'Malley, as the champion, be the one that's got the problem? Why? I'm just sharing for you. That's not the spot that Whittaker's in, but he was against Dricus. Had he come out of that with Dricus, he goes right into Izzy. There's no way around it. It's not, you just got these things. You just got these things on your mind. He's now in a tournament. He's in the semifinals of a tournament, but he's going first. The other semifinal doesn't play out until later. And I'm talking about Sean versus Dricus. So it's a very different spot for Whittaker. And one thing that has bitten Whittaker before, and I know it's only one time, right? It's only one time, but it's hard to be critical of Robert Whittaker because he hasn't stubbed his toe very many times. He's looked freaking amazing more times than he's done something. You go, hey, you got to work on that. And one thing that has happened is when he has found himself in a fight where a guy is doing something or doing something better than he knew, than he could see on tape, than he was aware of. And this is a very interesting interview. Those are very interesting statements by Robert Whittaker. Largely because every one of them is spot on. And we don't get that from Chimaev. And we're not going to get it from Chimaev. We're not going to get an open and honest, and here's what his assessment from Chimaev. He's playing another game. Got a different job to do. His ride to the top, it's a little bit different. He's good with the media. He's good with the fans. He's good with the booze. He's good with being that edgy, scary guy. Oh man, I heard that guy hangs out with so-and-so. It's one of these things. He enjoys it. So I like to see that from Robert Whittaker. I'm going to bring you my official prediction, but I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to bring you that tomorrow.